Hey guys, how's it going? Shmoy, aka Baby Sham 33 here. So we're going to be doing a quick look at Storm Pyramid X and her abilities. Um, One of the new characters. She has a lot of really nice attributes, where she helps out in a few different situations. I wanted to kind of go over some of those and what I think of the character overall. Um, First thing that is nice is the fact that her awaken ability it's okay to have, but it is by no means necessary whatsoever. It just when she is at 20%, both of her tempests activate. Um, Outside of that, that's really it. She has two tempests, um, ice and lightning. The ice tempest basically, um, it when activated, hits have a 60% chance to glance. Glance hits cannot be critical and deal 50% reduced damage and suffer offensive ability accuracy. The lightning tempest, you become immune to shock, and at the same time, for each active prowess, you have a 2% chance to stun the opponent for 0.9 seconds, max of 16% chance. Um, and I'm sorry, on at the same time on Ice Tempest, you're also immune to Cold Snap and Frostbite. Um, these can be activated at the start of the fight with the pre-fight abilities. When she's knocked down, whichever Tempest isn't activated, she activates the other one for 12 seconds. And the way her prowess effect works is basically each time you fill a bar, when you fill a bar power or the defender fills a bar power, you gain a prowess. The first three that you gain are infinite. After that, you can gain a max of 12, but they do fall off every 10 seconds. There's a synergy with Bishop that gives you an additional 4 seconds, but honestly, um, you know, who's really bringing Bishop as an attacker? He's not one of the better options. Bishop isn't a terrible hero, but there's just better options when you're building your team. So I always want to display these heroes by bringing along people that you would realistically bring in a questing event. Um, when charging a heavy attack, it gives you can easily build up an additional prowess. I'll definitely display that later on as we get into the gameplay. The special one inflicts a slow debuff, um, and if you're in Ice Tempest, it also puts a cold snap on the opponent. The slow debuff, I had great hopes for this. However, the slow debuff time is basically minuscule, and like I said, I'll demonstrate later. But honestly, unless you want the cold snap, I would recommend not using the special one. Special 2 is where you're going to really get the bulk of your damage. Um, and once you're over 6 prowess charges, the special 2, you gain 1.8 seconds of unblockable. And funny enough, with the special 3, you will also find the same thing, but we'll demonstrate that. For the special 3, however, if you are not in Boat Tempest, after the special 3, then Boat Tempest are activated for 35 seconds. If you have both of them already activated, she gets an increase in special attack damage. But with that said, let's start diving into some gameplay. One of the features that I really do enjoy about this character is she has the ability to, if you stun, if you're going up against masochism, as we all know, that can be, somewhat annoying. If you stun the opponent, they're going to shrug off that stun, and then they're able to attack back. So basically, it makes your ability to parry. It nullifies your ability to really parry consistently. However, she has the ability where if the opponent would shrug off that stun, they are hit with a passive stun, as you see, and then she can just basically play at will. Of course, it is masochism, so be mindful that even though they're still, you can kind of parry at will, they're still going to regenerate. Alright, so just wanted to show off that ability. I thought it's definitely one of the nicer abilities, something new that no other character has. At the same time, because of her attacks deal energy damage, she is fantastic for fighting characters like Korg. So I can easily dash in, use my medium attacks, and I am not worried whatsoever about his damage back from the rock stacks. Her animations are fantastic. Just very easy to play. Nothing overly complicated. Sorry, 1 second. There's another fight I wanted to display here. It's alright. So similarly, when fighting against Mordo, everybody knows Mordo's astral projection is somewhat of a pain and you can't really attack in. But with Storm Pyramid X, because of, like I said, that passive stun, the astral projection is bypassed and you can kind of go in at will. Making easy attack openings. And taking care of characters like Mordo without any problem. Alright, and over to everybody's favorite punching bag, Winter Soldier. Now, my recommendation for this character, when using her, is to, unless you're on a shock debuff path, I would say Ice Tempest is the best ability to activate. The reason for this is, one, you're going to glance those attacks, which help to mitigate damage. If you do use a special one, you have that cold snap ability. So you have all those glance hits that aren't going to be critical. Like I said, it's reducing your damage, the damage that you're taking. I got my 3 powers buffs, and I'll show you the special one. As I said, slow debuff is up, cold snap is up, the slow debuff is off. That's why I said it's not an ability I would recommend using. And with this character, like I said, you want to be as aggressive as possible. For the sake of keeping up those attacks. And as you see on the special 2 there, I got a nice little 27k crit. And this character is sitting at rank 3 currently, so. I said I've purposely not using any specialized synergy team for her, because I wanted to accurately portray her damage and capabilities. Excuse me, sorry about that. I'm gonna get off her special 3 here. Nice little damage, and now you'll see that I have Boat Tempest activated. So once I do this, same thing, I want to be as aggressive as possible, get my Tempest built back up. And unfortunately, Winter Soldier wasn't really playing ball, but it's okay. And the whole mechanic of charging that extra Tempest up to increase her damage output is really simple. Once you stun the opponent, I'm parry stunning Winter Soldier, and then as I am holding that, I'm charging her heavy attack. I am basically just I don't take my finger off the right side of the screen. I just simply press down on the left side, and that's it. And what you see here is that passive passive stun effect. So when she's in Lightning Tempest, you have that 2% chance to stun the opponent, and that chance goes up. I'm sorry. That chance increases based on the number of prowess effects that she has. So even though I started out in the Ice Tempest, like I said, once I activate my level 3, I am activating Boat Tempest, and I can quickly get back to a level 2. I'm going to be doing a lot of damage, but I mean, even beyond that, that ability to, that passive stun ability is activated because both Tempests are activated. And I still have the glancing and the block mitigation. And throwing a special one again, like I said, just to kind of keep demonstrating, the the ability. There we go. And a 25k crit. Not too bad to finish it off. So I could have done that fight a little bit faster, but definitely wanted to get a good display of her abilities. I've done that fight in about 220, 222 hits. Kind of practicing and having playing about with her. But overall, she's a very nice champion. As I think about her, when I take a look at, say, some of the top mutant champs, your Sunspot, your Namor, your Omega Red or Havoc, would I replace one of them? When building a team with her, probably not. But as I said, she does have some fantastic features. If you're picking up this game and this is one of your, when she's released into basic, if she's, one of your first mutant heroes, or if you don't have some of these others, she is a fantastic addition. She can do some damage. So she's not doing what I would consider the Namor or the Sunspot level damage. But I also will say this for her: the work that you need to do to ramp her up is a lot less than what you need to do to ramp up Sunspot or Namor. You know, Overall, like I said, as for the character, when it comes to her attributes, her critical, for the damage that she could do, I believe her critical rating is definitely on the low side. Block proficiency is okay. Like I said, you normally want to be in that glancing phase to help with block mitigation. But overall, she's a very nice character. The playstyle is very smooth. Basically, hit the most complicated thing is charging your heavy and then firing off your specials, but that's very simple. Like I said, she's a lot of fun to use and can get around a lot of different things. But that is my feelings on her. Like I said, really happy to have her. I think there is a place for her in the game. She's not, she's not overly an OP hero, but at the same time, she can definitely find a place in content and definitely get through some different things. Like I said, based on different nodes and so forth. Really a fun hero to use, and happy to have her in the game and on my team. Alright guys, hope you enjoy. Please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to be made to receive alerts for new upcoming content. Have a blessed day, and stay safe.